Hello water signs, welcome back to the lounge. This is another forecast video on my channel. Today we're doing forecast for February 8th through 14th. We're into our second week of Mercury retrograde. So I hope that's treating you well, you're driving safe and communicating safely and as logical as possible. So I am here to deliver the pre-shuffled message first. The pre-shuffled message was unzip your mouth. So I feel like a lot of the things that you don't talk about, you turn into a workaholic tendency or something that has to do with overindulging with money or maybe overspending with money, quick gain, quick loss. And then you're kind of brushing off the actual issues that you have with somebody, or you're not speaking your truth openly, which causes you to hyper fixate on something. And then that kind of blows the whole thing out of balance. So another great message is that happiness has nothing to do with money. It can definitely add value to whatever possessions you have or whatever pleasures you have, but it does not buy the full happiness, the very essence of happiness. So you need to have those conversations with people, and you need to speak your truth openly, whether or not you're apologizing or you are getting the apology. So it's definitely pointing me to the fact that you have not had any conversations that had to do it. So you might be having a conversation with this person or people coming up this week, or this is just the energy that you're currently carrying with you coming into this week. So let's see what's going on with you guys, fire signs. I'm definitely hearing that you need to indulge more with yourself. I didn't want to sound harsh during the pre-shuffle message, but really just unzip your mouth, start talking. It's just kind of the only thing that I'm getting for the pre-shuffle in terms of like, I feel like some of you guys are even convinced that money brings happiness, and the fact that you hyperfixate on money is a good thing, which in reality it's not. There are so many things besides money that are existing in this world. So even if a lot of things are powered up by money, that's still not all there is to it. So yeah. Oh, hold on. So we're gonna do pre-shuffled energy for the week, our regular reading. I'll tap into the unexpected blessing of the week with my oracle deck, get guidance from a couple of other oracle decks, and then we're gonna get our affirmation for the week to get you guys on track for next week's energy and events going on. So let's start with overall energy. The Fool. We have the Fool, so definitely new beginnings, dealing with an Aries, or embodying an energy of diving into things head first. Definitely a brighter light coming through. I feel like you guys are just stepping off of it. You might be, I'm not really sure if it's good or bad yet, but it definitely is a new beginning. I feel like you're leaping off to something new. You're never looking back. I'm not really sure if it feels like not a very thought through decision. So we'll definitely see what this is about. It definitely feels like it's a spontaneous decision. So let's see what the situation is about with you guys. I definitely feel like there was no structure to decision, but it can be good if you're leaping, kind of basing it on your faith. But sometimes uncalculated risks are not the greatest ones. So let's see what's going on with you guys. Okay, so we have the King of Pentacles. I think that came out in a pre-shuffle in reverse. So I'm definitely seeing that you guys are working with money, very business-like mind. So definitely can be dealing with a fire sign, or having strong fire sign, earth sign, or having earth placement in your Jupiter or Mercury. So we have the Temperance at the bottom. So you're definitely indulging in the money and the business, but I feel like you're kind of finding balance. Let's see what this business is about real quick. So it can be either somebody who has a more authoritative, wealthy outlook on life right now coming towards you and showing you how it's done. So you might be getting an advisor, or advisory in terms of your payment plans or insurance or business mind. So it's definitely an advisor who can help you with managing your money. It can be a financial advisor or a business advisor, a management, anything that has to do with putting your money towards the right place at the right time. Maybe a demographic worker. I'm not really sure what that's called. Someone who can help you out with towarding your money and not waste it. So let's see what this King of Pentacles is doing. Okay. Oh, you were right here. Where'd you go? Okay. Okay, the Hermit. All right, I see. So this is you. this is you are the person who is doing that for you. I feel like you're taking a more thought through decisions now in terms of if you were kind of putting your money everywhere and seeing where it takes you, you're switching that approach. You're actually getting with yourself. We have the Hermit and the Eight of Cups here, so you're definitely switching your approach and actually making thought through decisions. I feel like in terms of the Fool being here as a like a major arcana energy that's going on for the week, this is a new approach for you. You've never done this before. You're not blindly putting money, or you're not blindly making money, so you actually have a plan for yourself. You're going more into yourself and working on your projects. It may have to do something with Mercury retrograde if you are an astrologer or follow anything that has to do with astrology. You're definitely taking that time out and tuning into the energy of reflection on your finances. So it has a lot to do with working on your personal work, finishing up or continuing to work on your projects and at alone time. So I definitely do want to see what the Hermit is about, but this has to do a lot with financial possibilities that you have presented for yourself. I feel like you're opening up new lines with communication with somebody, or you're currently looking for a partnership, or like I said, an advisory to help you out with it if you don't know anything. But I really feel like you guys are spending a lot of time on research on how to be a self-entrepreneur, or how to be an independent artist, or how to monopolize your work, so making money without doing anything. So anything that has to do with autonomy of businesses, that's what you guys are currently researching on, how to make it how to make a thing and then double it, triple it, quadruple it, right? So definitely can be something to do with manufacturing as well if you're planning on starting your own business, what things you should order, what particular details and all of that. So basically anything that has to go into a business that will later grow into a company, or if it's a self-employment thing, it's like how to autonomize and quicken the process and actually still put work into it and a lot of thought into it. However, how to make it easier for you. So let's see what the Hermit is about. What are you finding out while you're on this alone time? What is going on? Okay, so we have the Star, might be dealing with an Aquarius or a Virgo, and then we have the Sun and the Queen of Wands. Justice in the back. Okay, so you might be dealing with an Aquarius or a Leo, or embodying those energies. Aquarius and Leo are sister signs, and they both kind of embody this humanitarian freedom and pride for themselves. So it can definitely mean that you are coming into a realization that, okay, so this is the right approach, just how do I do it, right? So with the Star, the Queen of Wands, and the Sun here presented, it is a very powerful approach. I feel like you are involving other people. You're thinking about things that will benefit all people instead of just you, and you are distributing your work to others. That's a very big thing for you guys. I feel like if you've been working by yourself for a while, now you want to take it out into the world, and you actually want to bring the work that will be a benefit to others as well. So it definitely can be an idea, a very bright idea, something that has to do with constant change. So the star is like it definitely like a trendsetter thing to me, because it has to deal with the weather. Kind of, for a lot of people, the weather of the day settles their mood. So I feel like you definitely can be a trendsetter for something. Like, depending on what you do, other people will follow you, and it's kind of concentrated on how you feel about things, or how you set those things in place before people can actually follow you in motion. So it has to do with the fact that actually contributing to society and working with others brings you more happiness than working with it alone. And I feel like it has to do with the process. You might be involving yourself in things that you do your personal research, you do it alone. You are not bothering anybody in terms of like hyperfixating on finances and pushing people away. It's more so, let me take my alone time, I'll research on things, or I'll just bring my own thing to the table. So everything that has to do with working as a team and bringing things to the table after you've researched on your own and had your ideas definitely is going to be present during this week. It definitely can be involving working with a team this time, or working as someone who, even if they work alone, there's definitely a lot of people surrounding you right now and watching you. So, and they want to watch you. It's not, I don't feel any like malicious energy in terms of that you're just being watched, in terms of you're being recognized in society at the moment. So let's see where this Queen of Wands and the Sun combination is. I want to see like what truly brings you. Okay, so definitely can be speaking. If you're working at starting either work as an editor or starting a blog, it definitely has to do with communication and new ideas. It is a very sharp idea. So somebody who's before their time. So you might be getting settled and pushed with ideas that are brilliant ideas. You're just not quite sure how to do it yet, but the very process of you finding out is very pleasant to you, so that's a very good sign. So what is this idea about for water signs? All right, so we have the Five of Cups. So something that has to do okay, I see. So this idea has to do with getting stability after a loss. So we have the Five of Cups, we have the Five of Cups and the Four of Swords. So I'm definitely seeing that you might have gotten through a heartbreak or might have gone through a major loss in your life, and it was kind of very hard to see things that are still positive and still are serving you. So right now, this idea birthed this will and way for you to contribute to others. You really want to show yourself to others and show people how it's done. So you might be actually opening up a course or something like that, or starting a blog about your personal experience of loss and regaining of your own self, which makes you master your already own skills to a great level. So we have the Magician in the back. This is definitely something that you are meant to do at this moment in terms of mastery of skills. So if you are speaking up on your blog or starting an industry or a company that has to do with regaining your status back, this is definitely can be helpful next week in terms of research, and especially financial independence that's coming along. So, all right, sorry for the quick interruption. So yeah, definitely anything that has to do with financing yourself or anything that has to do with monetizing your ideas is something that you're researching on. Especially if you have been struggling with that balance of financing and expressing your truth, combining the two would be a really good option for you guys. I don't really see a lot of feelings going on here, so I don't know if you guys are expressing yourself through ideas in terms of emotional states or something like that. Okay, sorry for the quick interruption. There was something going on and I cut it out, but we're back. So I definitely just wanted to say that if you are expressing yourself and monetizing your ideas and feelings, it definitely can take a lot of research, and make sure you balance those things out when you do those things, because one step to the left and you're emotionally unavailable to yourself and you're monetizing off of ideas that you haven't even worked through, so you don't even have a full opinion on what it is, and one step to the right and you're not very put together to even follow through with your emotions. So balancing in the emotional and financial, mental, physical states is very important for you guys right now in this moment, and you are stepping into this part when you finally realize that you can talk about your emotions, you can talk about your feelings, but at the same time you can make money and work. So very important part for you guys. All right, so let's get a blessing, an unexpected blessing of the week for you. Okay, so we have grounded. Many of the most evolved beings on earth are regular folks living with joy, dignity, and courage. So the simplicity of life and anything that has to do with just existing and being happy is right up your alley right now. I also want to get an alignment message for you guys from the goddesses and seeing what's going on. So I'm just definitely seeing that you guys are all over the place with your money, and very big focus on it, because you may feel fear or afraid of not being where you need to be, but you are exactly where you need to be always. So let that go. Let that hysteria, I feel like you're sometimes get hysteric in your mind, it's a lot going on, it's a storm. So calm down, you got it. This is your confirmation that you got it. This is your confirmation that you're here right now and you're figuring it out, and that's okay. If you needed to hear that today and you haven't, this is your confirmation. So let's get a alignment for Empowerment message. Whoa, great. So we have an empowerment message from Isis. So you are definitely going through a rebirth and understanding how you work. I feel like a lot of you guys are trying to find the balance between the material and spiritual worlds. And right now you're going through it. Number 25 or 7 can be significant in your life. So 777, 25, 25, just seeing 25 or 7 in, triple digits or just in general can be very significant. So let's get an empowerment message for you of what you're embracing. This is the energy you have already stepped into. You're moving closer towards being more grounded. So let's see what's going on with rebirth and Isis. The process of soul retrieval, resurrection, and rebirth is the theme recurrent through the stories of the Egyptian goddess Isis, and one that invites you to address now. This is a powerful moment to see of what you thought you'd lost go through a process of regeneration to live again. Like magic, the pieces of you that were considered lost in old wounds and stories are ready to be reclaimed in a healthier, more mature version. Where you were hopeless, now there is hope. Where you lost faith, now you have the capacity for even more now. Where there was inequity and injustice, now you can see a better way. Where you were abandoned, now you can choose you. You are ready to face these parts of yourself and to gather them together as you step into a newer, more powerful version of yourself, your work, your relationships, and your creativity. Have courage, let go of blame, claim your accountability, and then co-create something better. You can do this. The goddess Isis has come to help you as a potent supporter in your growth. So this is a very strong message that you guys, I feel like when you stumble upon a problem, you are slowly realizing that you have the power to get over it and to overcome that obstacle, which is a very great way for you guys to reassure yourself, which is very much so supports the reading, and that you're figuring out new ways in terms of material and spiritual balance, but this time you don't neglect yourself. So a new beginning in a new way, very rapid decision, which is good. So let's get an affirmation for you guys. Okay, I'll say the both. So you guys have 2 affirmations this week to keep you on track. We have the Angel of Strength. My strength is a precious gift from my soul in which I always am safe. So this is definitely was maybe in one of your readings, but I have gotten that before. You're creating security and abundance, freedom and happiness with yourself and finding it within your soul again. And then the second one we have is the Angel of Trust. The light of my soul is my solid foundation of trust. So you are trusting the process. You are going into it blindsided, but you are sure there's something at the end of the tunnel, and that something is your better self. So I'm very excited for you guys to finally emerge in both worlds and keep it going in a new direction. Yeah, all right. So thank you guys so much for watching. You're always loved and welcomed back to the lounge. I'll see you guys next week for the forecast. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel to view more content that's coming out every week. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.